Hello. In a previous video, I show you how to register the data source because a registration, actually, this is the first step before to be able to scan a data source. Here, actually, when the registration is made, you will be able to perform scans. And scans could be done as a full scan or incremental scan if you want just to get the differences. The recommendation, it could be to create one uh, full scan monthly and one incremental scan per week, for instance. And of course, you can trigger the scan through API. The aim of the scan is to be able to get the metadata information like schema, information of the physical path and stuff like that. But on the fly, during the scan, you will be able to apply rules to classify your asset. And out of the box, we provide more than 200 classification rules to allow you to do this classification. And of course, you can create your own classification based on regular expression or list of value. And if you tie Microsoft Purview Data Catalog with Microsoft Purview Information Protection, you can also, when classification is triggered, to apply a label if you define label rules in information protection. Uh, Here you've got the link of the concept of scan on ingestion if you want to have more information. So now in this video, I will show you how to scan Azure Data Lake Storage Gen2. And I will also do more videos to show you some other data sources like Azure SQL database or Databricks Unity Catalog or even SQL Server on premises, just to show you how kind of different scan you can perform. So let's see that in action. So here I am in the data map. And in data map, you have to go in data sources. In data sources, you can decide either to have the map view, like this, or the table view. Here in the table view, you can see all the data sources that we registered during a previous video. So let's start with the map view and start to explore our organization. So this is the data sources we registered previously. So let's start now to perform a scan for our data lake storage Gen2. So to perform a scan, you have to click on this button and then to fill the information. So you have, of course, to give a relevant name. And you can decide what kind of credential you would like to use. By default, and the recommended one is to use this one, the Microsoft Purview MSI, but of course, you can create your own credential if you want, but I will show you that in another video. So let's start with this one. The thing here, if you click on show more, you will get information about how to set up the scan. And here you will have a link if you need to see more details. What it will be super important, it will be the manage identity name. So let's copy it like this. Why? Because then if you do the thing just like that and you try to test the connection, pretty sure that it will fail. And of course, you can have more information of why it failed. And of course, it was an authorization issue. So let's fix that together. So you have to go in the account storage that you would like to scan. And in this account storage, you have to go here in access control. So click access control, click on add, and add role permission, add role assignment. And here you have to pick a role, and Here, you would like to scan the Lala in your storage account and in the container. So you need at minimum to have a blob reader information. So pick this one, click on next to add the member. On here, just click on select member and paste the Microsoft Purview Data Catalog Manage Identity. And click on it and click on select. And when all the thing is done, click on review and assign and apply the role assignment. It should take few minutes to have the role propagation. So let's go back here and let's try to do scan again. So click on scan, give a name. So here we will use the auto resolve integration runtime. This is the one provided by default. I will show you in another video how to use what we call the self-hosted integration runtime, especially if you have to scan data sources in a private network, for instance. So the scan level that now you can have access to this information, to the option. You can define what you will like extract during the scan. By default, on the recommended settings, it's to keep auto detect. Here you have to pick where you would like to send the information. So here I am scanning my data lake. So let's imagine I would like to send information to a specific collection. Here you can do that because the connector support the scope. It means that you can scope your scan. So let's imagine I would like to send information, for instance, for concert. So I can click on it. So even if I register the data source here at corporation level, I can send the result of the scan in the child collection. So now let's test the connection. Successful. So now Microsoft Purview Data Catalog can have access as a reader only to the information in the containers and in the blob. So click continue. And as the connector support the scoping feature, you can choose what you would like to scan. And here I would like to have only the information for the public section. So I click on continue. And here I can choose the scan rule set. So by default, you will get this scan rule set, and you will be the default scan rule set can scan all this file type, and it will apply by default all these classification rules. Of course, you can create your own scan rule set if needed. So click on continue. Here you can define if you want to have, for instance, the scan each month or each weeks, or you can do only once. This is what I will do for this demonstration. And click on continue and save and run. So according the volume of the Lala, the scan can last from several minutes to several hours, depending of the volume of data. So when you are scanning, you can go here in monitoring if you want to have a look of the status of the scan. So here I've got one scan, here one in progress. And of course you can click on view details right over there, and you can see here that you are in progress. Of course you can go back to data sources on the view details in your data source, and you can see here all the scan that you apply to these data sources. As here we can scope the scan. You can have several scans for different regions in your data lake, and the result can be sent to different collections. So while here I am scanning my data source, what I would like to show you, my recommendation is to go on our website and to have a look here on the sources. And for each connector, here we have a table. The supported capabilities table is very important because it will let you know what capabilities can do the connector. For instance, here you can see that we can perform full scan on incremental scan. You can see that we have scope scan right here. We can do the classification and so on and so on. So for each connector that you would like to use, it's a good idea to double check this table to know what kind of capabilities is supported with the connector. So now the scan is completed. So you can review the detail of the scan by clicking here on the run ID, and you can get here the information. Just for your information, if in any case you have to open a ticket to Microsoft support, most of the time we ask for the run ID, scan run ID. So this is just this number. So now as the scan is done, if I go back in domains and go in my collection right over there, so I can see here I've got 8 assets. So you can click on this tile to see more information. So for instance, if I go here in actors.csv, I can see the overview page where I can see the collection path in the data catalog. I can see here the hierarchy, the physical hierarchy where physically the file is stored. But maybe you notice here the schema classification. It means that during the scan, automatically, on the fly, Microsoft Purview Data Catalog is able to classify the information based on the scan rule set that I showed you previously. So here I know that in this file I've got some full name on person gender. It means that if I go in the schema, I can see it. I can see it at column level. If I go back here in my collection and go in country, the file country was used in my pipeline. It means now if I go in the lineage, I can get here the lineage information for the country .csv file is used in the lineage and transformation process. And now, if I go in overview, I've got the path here in my data catalog. Previously, I just get this information because I didn't perform a scan on Azure Data Factory as he didn't add the information to the collection. He pushed the information at the domain level, and then the scan can send the information to the right collection according your setup.